Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
Listen, we got breaking news in the NBA. I apologize. We had some technical difficulties. Listen, it's breaking right now. It's Flight Sports. It's crazy. Listen, the trade has been rescinded and voided. It's going down. We're going to break this whole situation. This is crazy, y'all. Mark Williams is headed back to the Queen City. It looks like Dalton Connect. Ladies and gentlemen, he was just sitting on the goddamn bench, y'all. He was just sitting on the bench. He is headed back to Los Angeles. This got to be an uncomfortable situation. This is so uncomfortable. You understand? Could you imagine what it's going to feel like for these guys headed back to their respective club? What the hell happened? You know, how they step in on this, but they let the Lucas shit go down. You understand? It's crazy, y'all. How they going? What has happened? What has happened? The failure to satisfy a condition of the trade. I bet it was because Mark Williams may have been a little bit more injured than we have let on. I told you this Mark Williams situation was bigger than business. It was bigger than business. It's Flight Sports, man. It's crazy. You understand? The Charlotte Hornets, man, we thought we was doing something. The Lakers thought they was getting a big man of the future, but all of that has been mixed and screwed. This is crazy. This is crazy right now. The trade to send Dalton Connect to the Hornets and Mark Williams to the Lakers has been rescinded. Everybody is looking with the puppy dog eyes. They looking for answers. They searching. But it's Flight Sports. We're going to bring you all the answers that you need to know. It's crazy, y'all. We got breaking news in the NBA. Mark Williams is headed back to the Queen City with LaMelo Ball, MB1, the one of one. We're going to discuss how this impacts the rare one, y'all. You understand? LaMelo Ball gets his big man back. What is going to happen when Mark Williams walks back into the door of the Queen City? That's what I want to know, goddammit. I'm looking at all of these players play for their new teams. Right now, I'm looking at Jimmy Butler. I thought I was going to see Dalton connect with LaMelo. What the hell happened? I want to hear some goddamn information. I guarantee you in this Flight Sports, and I want homage to be paid. Don't be surprised if it was some injury concerns with Mr. Mark Williams. Do not be surprised if the injuries played a factor. I told the people, y'all, that the Lakers may have been getting damaged goods. Mark Williams, let's stop acting like he was an all-star big man for us. But I know, Luka, these guys got to be upset. You know, so they stepped in on this one. They tried to gift the Lakers a chip. I don't know what they doing. right now. But something came up in this situation, y'all. This is wild. Who saw this coming? Shout out to my man Stacy in the chat. Shout out DeAndre. All y'all. It's Flight Sports TV. We got breaking news in the NBA right now. LaMelo Ball, MB1, the one of one, gets his big man back. Is going down. I didn't even see this coming, y'all. I thought that this was over with. I thought that the Charlotte Hornets and LaMelo, they were moving on with Dalton Connect. That seemed to be the player that they wanted. And I was starting to warm up pause to the fact that they was getting Dalton Connect because I knew that that's who they probably wanted to draft before, all of this stuff had transpired and they got T.J. Salon. Now, T.J. Salon is doing his thing. People still have faith in Mr. T.J., but now we got to see how all of this is going to play. Is this going to destroy the whole locker room? Because Mark Williams, he tweeted out purple and gold. He liked the fact that he was headed to Los Angeles. He put that out there, so it's crazy right now. It's about shout out to Thunder. He said the title. This shit don't make no sense, man. It's Flight Sports TV, y'all. LaMelo Ball, MB1, the one of one, gets Mark Williams back. This is breaking news in the NBA right now. Stacy says Mark Williams should turn up. I want to know. I hope that the Lakers, figure something out here. I hope that the Hornets get motivated Mark Williams back. I do think that you might have to move him. You already tried to move him. We just don't know how it's gonna. We don't know what's gonna happen, y'all. To be honest with you, but Mark Williams, this trade has been voided. Point blank. Period. Is going down. The trade to send him, he was going to be getting them lobs from Luka Doncic. He was going to be in the pick and roll with LeBron James. All of that, he could kiss that shit goodbye. And he's headed back to where he was drafted, where he was making a home for himself here in the Queen City. And I expect Mark Williams to come back a little pissed off. The vibe in the locker room got to be sickening right now. They tried to move him. How you gonna have to sit with Peterson and these boys? Damn, I know they sick and mad. I know they mad. Unstoppable says send him to Chicago. He going somewhere. Who's gonna be the lob threat for Luka Doncic? Now the Lakers have a whole nother dynamic in place. That's why I'm saying this impacts a lot. I just don't like the fact that they stepped in on this move, but they allowed Luka Doncic to team up with LeBron James and give them their guy of the future. So they wouldn't give them, they got their superstar of the future, but they wouldn't give them the big man of the future to play with Luka Doncic. They was about to solidify the next 10 years out here. I don't think people understand what the NBA just fooled around and messed with. The Lakers tried to secure the next 10 years, with Luka and playing possibly with Mark Williams. And I know they had the fact that Mark was going to elevate his game to new heights. Mark Williams tweeted out purple and gold, y'all. I know he's mad. Mark Williams coming back home to Charlotte. And maybe they could get a better move. This is like seriously, they got a first round pick for Mark Williams. Let's try to get two of them. The Lakers, who's to say the Lakers still don't want Mark Williams? We don't know, but clearly they need another center. So we don't know. There's no more trades to be made. We're gonna check the buyout market. I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna be looking into. So this move could possibly still be there, maybe in the off season. Let's see what happens. But Mark Williams looks like he's gonna be back here in Charlotte, and now I want to know what they're going to do. The Hornets, they just won. They won an emotional game. How is this going to impact the vibes in there? Because it seemed like they were switching it up. They was ready to play a different style of play. Does Mark Williams fit with this style of play? They phased him out. Dalton Connect, he a young boy. He a young boy going back to LA. He ain't got no say so. The Charlotte Hornets locker room is a lot more fragile, in my opinion. And I think that's a cold-blooded fact. So that locker room should be monitored. Obviously you got Melo there. He's going to be LaMelo on the floor at all times. He's going to be great. But Mark Williams, his energy was a little bit nasty. I don't know if people was paying attention to Mark Williams' energy, but Mark didn't always have the best energy out there. Point blank. It's crazy. The trade got voided due to some let me read the exact quote because I just told the people, but it was due to some BS. It was due this is crazy. I'm just lost for words. It was due to satisfy a condition of the trade. This is ridiculous, y'all. I'm trying to figure out what was the condition of the trade. But the Lakers say Mark Williams Dalton Connect trade has been rescinded. This is being reported by everybody. Shams, Bobby Marks. The Lakers announced it. The Lakers initially agreed to acquire Mark Williams from Charlotte in exchange for rookie Dalton Connect forward Cam Reddish, a 2031 unprotected first-round pick, and a 2030 pick swap prior to the trade deadline. All of this stuff was going to be in play, and now is just not. Now he's back to ground zero for Mark Williams. What is he going to do now? To be honest with you, I think it's going to be a lot of pressure on Mark Williams. Come back to Charlotte and be the man. They tried to move you. Just dominate. They got to put him in the rotation. Are they going to bench Mark Williams because they want to trade him? Is he even going to want to report? We don't. So we don't know the energy that Mark is going to bring. To be honest with you, Dalton Connect. I like how he was playing with the Lakers. I know Laker fans got to be pissed. Laker fans are sick right now. I think they hurt the most by all of this. So I think that with Mark Williams, I think you could almost book them to a conference finals because I think a lot of people, I think Mark would have played well with the Lakers. Now he's coming back to Charlotte where, he looked like he was out of it. He wasn't given maximum effort. Homage got to be paid. You got to point that out. Mark Williams did not give the Charlotte Hornets maximum effort, in my humble opinion, consistently. He had games here and there. The energy coming into this season was not the best due to all of the injuries that he had. He wasn't even able to start the season. The man has secret operations. He was on some Amari Stoudemire shit. That's what was going on, with Mark Williams. Now, what's up? Mark was a real good representative for Charlotte. They was putting him out there. It was a lot of things that he was doing. I think for the Miller draft lottery, he was the representative up there. So Mark Williams was put out there for Charlotte. So they tried to move him, and I thought that they was getting a decent return for Mark Williams, especially. I believe that Mark was a lot more hurt than a lot of people was trying to let on. I believe that Mark Williams' injury concerns are a little bit more serious. I don't know how long he's going to hold up in terms of his career. Is he going to be able to go to full duration with Luka? Maybe. With LeBron, they possibly could prolong, maybe save a 2 to 3 off his career, possibly. But Mark, to me, looked like a guy who probably got about 5 more years out here if things don't work out. Maybe 2 or 3 before he start really breaking down, in my humble opinion, because you got a lot of issues with Mark Williams, and this guy's 7 foot. So we got to point all of that out too. And so Charlotte got some decisions to make. Peterson got to roll up his sleeves once again. Pause. Is a lot happening here. This is a lot of stuff, and it messed up a lot for the Lakers because the Lakers thought they was going to the chip. The Lakers thought they was going to win it all, but that's over with. LeBron can't get it all, and LeBron, these guys played. To me personally, they played a little dirty there to get Luka. They were the only team to bid for him. It was a lot of BS that went on there to get Luka Doncic. We still haven't seen Luka play with LA, but we all know they got their guy of the future. So that nothing happened there. It was all the conditions was good with that trade, even though nobody knew about it. This trade seemed a little bit more reasonable. It looked like Mark Williams fell out of favor with Charlotte for whatever reason. We thought he was going to be the guy, but he's not. Charlotte, to be honest with you, this is just a mess. They won yesterday, yes, But they just got to get it together. We every single year, oh, we're gonna hit the reset button. It's gonna be our year. It should work out. Something is going on here. They should fight. I don't know. They want to move these players. They need to get into the player developmental situation. Really building up these guys. People might need to get fired because what the hell are all of these guys going to these different organizations and taking them up? What's happening here? Whoa, Mark Williams was possibly about to go all out annihilation in LA with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Why the hell we can't get that kind of play in Charlotte? So something's going on. I don't know. Are they playing to win? What's really happening here? At this point, does it even make sense to win games? Even if you are competitive, they may be so far goddamn behind. And is it even worth it to try to tank? We keep talking about tank, pull the trigger, don't do this, don't do that. They fixed the draft now. The draft is fixed, it's different. You're not going to be able to do this, and that. So I believe they fixed that. So there's a lot of BS going on, similar to how the Luka trade went down. So it's all blowing up in the Los Angeles Lakers' face right now because, like I'm telling you, they are the most hurt by this. Luka's going to do his thing, but if he would have had Mark Williams with him, oh, man, now we talking about something on a whole nother level, in my humble opinion. But let's see. I want to see what does Peterson, what does all of these guys do out there in Charlotte in terms of Mark Williams. I want to know, is Mark Williams going to come back to Charlotte and be professional and play for them? Maybe up his trade value. Do Charlotte even want to play him? Because they probably know his injury concerns. It was a reason why they moved him. And reports came out to why they moved him, not being able to play, the uncertainty, all of that is coming back now. Dalton Connect, it really wasn't no noise, with his departure. It was a little bit of noise and echoes when they moved Mark Williams. It was a little bit of dissatisfaction. And they had every reason to be dissatisfied. Everybody needed to be firing on all cylinders to start the season. Mark Williams was not. This was a big year. Everybody was coming back right. Everybody was healthy. It really wasn't no noise, no negativity happening. You had a new coach. It should have worked, and it didn't. So a lot of people need to be held accountable. And I'm not putting it all on the players' footsteps because they moved Nick Richards. It looked like they trying to unload some pieces. We was gonna get Dalton Connect. I like that move for Charlotte though. That was gonna be a good pickup. It's like the Charlotte can never really get a break out here. It's real sad for Charlotte in terms of what they trying to do and things getting in the way. This being their year, injuries occur. It always seems to be something not get them on track. They're always off track. And when things seem to be on track, it's a little bit too late. Charlotte looked like they possibly could make a run. LaMelo is back. The energy is up. And all of this happened. How's this going to affect that energy? They just off an emotional high. They look like they was ready to play a different brand of basketball. That's why I feel for Charlotte the most, because they look like they was moving off of Mark Williams down there. They was going to play a little bit faster, and this happens here, and Dalton Connect never takes the floor for the Charlotte Hornets, despite everybody being, in their cities where they were moved to. This is truly unfortunate if you are, a fan of both of these teams, to be honest with you, man, because how the hell did they let the Luka trade go down? That's the kind of moves they need to step in. They fooled around with Chris Paul back in the days, even though that was a different situation. That was stern. But Adam Silver, you had the Warriors that went down. You got this Luka thing that went down under the table. It was where Utah, they didn't even know what the hell they was doing until the shit was over. So this is what kind of under the table things that was going on. That's why I'm not surprised why something like this could occur. These owners are pissed off. You know, nobody was able to bid for Luka Doncic. You don't think people could have put a way bigger, put a bigger package on the table? Pause. You had players before them, like look what Gobert, look what happened with the Knicks. You don't think people calling? You don't think they call in the office? God damn it. Adam Silver phone ringing off like a telethon. You know, this ain't right. They upset the way Jimmy Butler and these guys are maneuvering. And who always gets screwed over, it seems to be the Lakers when it comes to these trades. Every time when there's a big major move for the Lakers, and it's like it's almost too good to be true. It's like you got to wait a second to make sure they don't come in and void this. And lo and behold, the NBA comes in and breaks this whole thing down. I can't wait till we get word from LeBron James on this. We all know LeBron is gonna have a statement behind this. This is major. This is gonna cause major ramifications. This is wild, man. The Lakers trade with the Charlotte Hornets for center Mark Williams has been rescinded, according to the Lakers, which leaves LA without a big man. It had been banking on and no other trade options past the deadline. So they are in a tough spot. Shout out to the BTW. Tribe Sports Media has joined the building. I see my man in the chat. He said the Lakers are cooked. You know, I'm telling you, they thought they was having Luka Doncic. They thought they was having their 1-2 punch at the pick and roll position, that lob alley-oop threat for the next 10 joints. You know, that shit happened for the next 10 hours. You know, that is over. But I'm telling you, the Luka trade went down. They can't have it all. And now they don't have a big man. They're going to have to roll out Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes was playing all right. I was watching Jackson Hayes the other night. Pause. You know, he was all right. So they better try to do what they can with him. LeBron James, let me tell you something. The Lakers, they was letting the 3-ball go. They got Dalton Connect coming back. Last time I checked, this guy could shoot. And he was a good rookie. He fit the Lakers system. It's crazy. But the noise came from Mark Williams. You know, when he left Charlotte, they brought up the injury concerns and why they wanted to move him. So I want to know what's going to be the energy and vibes when he come back. But the Lakers in a tough spot. I think with Mark Williams, you in the conference finals, possibly rolling the dice to the NBA finals. Now I think it's some limitations because you don't have a big man. Now I think I just give him a puncher's chance to do anything. Next year for the Lakers is really the year. They're gonna have to get a different big man. It won't be Mark Williams. So they're gonna have to address that at the end of this season, and they're gonna roll out with what they have right now. But look what came out, y'all. Mark Williams failed his physical, y'all. Breaking news, breaking motherfucking news is Flight Sports TV. Listen, Hornets center's physical showed multiple issues unrelated to his back. Homage must be paid. I told you. I did not say before, whoever was here in the beginning of the stream, I told you it was going to be issues behind Mark Williams. Mark Williams, his back, it just screwed up everything. It was Mark Williams who screwed it up. The Lakers wasn't taking those damaged goods. They said, "Oh hell no, bring Dalton Connect back here, guys. We'll get somebody else." You know, this guy ain't about to destroy everything. And look what has happened. The Charlotte Hornets get damaged goods back in return. Charlotte was about to fleece the Lakers. It was time for the Lakers to get fleeced. The Lakers done fleeced everybody else. And you telling me the Lakers wasn't ready to take this L? I mean, damn. They got Luka. I told y'all this could have been a potential Andrew Bynum situation. I said this before. I'm telling you, when the trade went down, I said, listen, Charlotte, the Lakers, this could be an Andrew Bynum thing, because I'm telling you, who's to say Mark Williams going to be healthy? The injury concerns was valid. Mark Williams, man, this is breaking news. The Charlotte got to get the hell out of the Mark Williams business. The physical, that's why you didn't see Dalton Connect the other night. You know, we thought they was going to be playing. They didn't play. The Hornets center, I repeat, we got breaking news. He failed the physical. He failed his physical. Mark Williams has mixed up this trade. He showed multiple issues. What was those issues unrelated to the back? I bet it was the foot. I told you this man is 7 foot tall. This is horrifying. This is horrifying. The Charlotte Hornets was ready to play a different brand of basketball under Dalton Connect. With LaMelo Ball, I said you was going to have Dalton Connect on one side. You was going to have Miller on the other side. You was going to have LaMelo just pushing it down. You understand, pause? It was about to be a movie, you know, and now they get Mr. Damaged Goods back. Listen, this guy has secret operation. He is on some Amari Stoudemire shit. I said this. Whenever a man is having secret surgeries and operations, all antennas need to go up. When he came into training camp, ladies and gentlemen, you understand? When he came into training, nobody knew this man was going to be out. We thought everybody was going to be coming into the season 100% healthy, ready to play. You understand? We get in, this guy is laughing, giggling, and joking, talking about he don't know what's going on. He's going to be out, and he's giving no insight on what's really going on. You know, and now look, they tried to get out the business. They fleeced the Los Angeles Lakers, got Dalton Connect, and they was getting a pick with Cam Reddish. They was about to get some rotational pieces out of this, you know, and, you know, the LeBron James, I bet they stepped in and said, wait a minute, we could go get somebody else, man. You know, we going to make a couple phone calls. We make this thing happen. So Mark Williams is headed back to the Queen City with all of these issues unrelated to his back. This is horrifying for the Charlotte Hornets because they stuck with him. They stuck with Mark Williams. You know, this is crazy, y'all. You know, Mark Williams just played 85 games over 3 seasons. Is the definition of failure to satisfy a condition. This is what everybody is saying. This is wild. Dalton Connect, he coming back home. The Lakers dodged a bullet with Mark Williams because, yeah, it looked good on paper, but Mark Williams was hurt. He was damaged goods. This was going to be an Andrew Bynum situation. They could not be in nothing like that. This guy Mark was going to be hurt all the time for the Lakers, and he got to be running and gunning with Luka and them. Yo, the Lakers are going to be running. You know, they're going to be pushing the ball up and down. They're going to be flying. You know, so, you know, you got this guy, Mark Williams, ain't going to be able to keep up with that. You know, and with LeBron, too, you're going to be active in them pick and rolls with both of them. You know, so they probably, listen, I don't know how this happened. They should have just let the Lakers get stuck. They got Luka, and now they get saved by not being able to hold on to Mark Williams. Mark was probably going to work out probably a year or two with them. He was going to have injury issues throughout them year or two as well. But, you know, after that, he was going to be damaged goods. They was going to be looking for a new center. And while the Charlotte Hornets had Dalton Connect for the next, you know, duration, and that's all messed up now. Man, Charlotte is in a tough spot because now you're going to have trouble moving Mark Williams. You ain't going to get no first-round pick. You ain't going to get what you was going to get right here. You ain't going to get no high-level young player, rotational piece, and a first-rounder. You ain't getting that now. You know, you're going to be lucky to get a second-round pick from Mark Williams. You know, after this news, you might have to give up the first-rounder. I bet you Charlotte, they're going to have to give up the first-rounder now to move Mark Williams after this news came out. The trade been rescinded. They ain't going to be able to do much with Mark. They stuck with him. And he got to get paid. That was another factor. You can't have all these injury issues unrelated to your back, failing your physical, and then you're supposed to be trying to get paid. You know, this was a mess. So Charlotte got what is Peterson going to do? What is Jeff Peterson going to do, man? That's gonna be key. What is Charles Lee gonna gonna do? How are they gonna play Mark? Are they just gonna sit him at this point due to all of this going on? Because what if he gets hurt? What if he suffers a catastrophic injury? You know that really sidelines him. All of these things must be played into a factor. The Charlotte Hornets, you know, they're getting their big man back. Mark Williams is returning. This is messed up, man. Dalton Connect was going to be the truth for Charlotte, and it's sickening that this has happened. But the injury issues, man. Mark Williams just isn't it. He's 7 foot. He's only 23 years old. So when you see that, you like, okay, you know. But Mark's game is very unpredictable. You know, the other night he had 6 points in 25 minutes, but then the night before he had 23 and 14. So the Lakers were thinking they were getting something like that, but that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. Mark Williams is headed back to Charlotte. What are they going to do with him Connect now? Because the Lakers are back in square one. They have to get a center now. So Dalton Connect is possibly going to get dangled around again. Are they going to move somebody else? Are they going to hold on to Dalton Connect now out of sympathy? But he is a rookie, so I'm not really tripping too much on him. You know, he's just going to get in where he fit in. They may not want him. They may be upset, but I think the Lakers are cool because they dodged a bullet. They was going to be they was going to be stuck. They was going to be really messed up with Mark Williams for the rest of his career. Dalton Connect as a rookie. This guy is averaging 9 points, shooting 46% from the field, 35% from three. That's what I like to see if I was the Charlotte Hornets. You know, that would have been spectacular. I got Purple Baby in the building. We got breaking news in the NBA. The Charlotte Hornets, this Mark Williams trade has been voided. We live on Flight Sports. What's your thoughts, Purple, man? This is fucking ridiculous, man.
Oh, it's interesting. So, are they doing what
Pur-
Michigan was doing as far as
Purple will be in here with us. What's good, Purple?
Yeah. Hello? You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can now. My bad.
Yeah, it's interesting because are they still putting players out there that are not fully healthy and stuff like that and ain't ready to come back? Because I know for a fact that's something that they was doing with the last regime. So are they still doing it with this regime? Because there's no way that you had him out here playing and boom, he whether the Lakers came asking or you called up the Lakers to trade him,
Right.
that he couldn't pass. I don't understand that.
Well, he was damaged goods, Purple. I told the people prior to this. You go ahead, Purple.
No, I know that, like, we know that because if I'm not mistaken, he's played every game up until last night since he been back, right?
Something like that, if I'm not mistaken. I wasn't really like it. The Hornets been so horrendous. I mean, they should go ahead. They're gonna start fucking with your day to day. You know, without LaMelo and the things they got going on. You got to take a break sometimes. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, okay, so that means he wasn't ready to come back. So they had him on the floor playing, and because I would think if he's playing, he could pass a physical, and I'm pretty sure they send that over the medical paperwork. So I don't get it. Like, I don't get how he was able to. All that's telling me personally is that maybe Charlotte had him out there and he wasn't ready. He wasn't even supposed to be out there playing, or maybe he was like he knew he wasn't. I want to know why he was out there playing. That's what I want to know. Or was it a recent injury? Like,
no, they're not saying it was a recent injury. The report is coming out that he failed his physical. Mark Williams, because they got to go through physicals after the trade. Everybody got to pass the physical for everybody to be able to play. So just because Dalton connecting them passed it, but Mark and them dealing with their shit, they got to figure that stuff. He got to pass his in LA. So he went up there to LA. He probably got there and they seen him. They went through everything and they said, "Whoa, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. You got this, you got that, you got whoa. And we gave her, oh no, you bring Dalton Connect back. Hold on, they called Adam Silver. They said, wait a minute,
But that's
wait a
what I'm
minute now.
saying. What I'm saying, like, unless he hurt something else or whatever, I'm gonna go that it was an old injury, and maybe it was in the process of healing. We seem like we don't know that part yet. How did Charlotte have him out there playing prior to the trade is what I'm confused about.
I don't know. I think they probably put him out there to think they were gonna move him, try to boost his trade value. Now, what I was saying that either they probably gonna sit him out. I don't believe they're gonna get any value anymore from Mark Williams. You ain't gonna get all of what you was just about to get. You'd be lucky to get a second round pick for Mark Williams. I predict now that they're gonna be giving up the first round pick to move Mark Williams. Watch.
I mean, that too, or they might not get nothing at all because big men in their backs. But like I said, this is confusing because Charlotte had him out there playing. Only thing I could think of is that, and which I don't see that, but LaMelo did that where he came back too soon and Mark was, I just don't understand how he was able to go out and play for Charlotte. He got traded and then he went to LA and, with their medical staff and they said, nah, whatever else. It sounds like to me, though, this is on Charlotte that he wasn't ready back. He wasn't ready to come back out and play, but they put him on the floor to play because they needed a starting center.
Right.
And whatever.
We got my man Laker Nation in the building. What's the deal? It's Flight Sports.
What's up, cuz? How are you?
What's good? You been on the panel? You been on the panel? But you ever been here before?
No, my first time, guys. Hi.
Right. Hi. I appreciate you. It's Flight Sports, man. Where you calling from?
From Santa Monica, California, Brentwood.
Man, shout out Brentwood, man. You already know what it is. I got shout out
I
Dex
live
from
in front of
Pasadena.
O.J. Simpson's house.
Oh, okay. Listen. Talk to the people. What's your thoughts on this? It's Flight Sports. It's crazy. This is wild.
Can you explain further because I'm getting confused about this? What's going on?
Well, listen, the trade has been voided between Mark Williams and Dalton Connect. We all know y'all was about to get y'all big man of the future, but everybody's reporting that Mark Williams has failed his physical. It was due to multiple issues, health issues, unrelated to the back. Everybody's caught up with the Mark Williams and his back, but I bet it was his foot, his leg, it was his arm, his pinky, it was every goddamn thing, So, what's your thoughts? Because everybody's coming back home. It's Flight Sports.
I think he was not ready. I don't know.
You said he was what?
If you're saying that maybe he had like back issues or whatever he was having. I guess. I don't know. I have no idea.
Well, y'all in trouble.
Yeah.
Y'all in trouble.
Somebody's lying in the middle here. I'm not sure who it is.
Yeah. So, what's your thoughts with Mark Williams having to come back to Charlotte and you getting back Dalton Connect? Are you upset with that move? Because, like I said, it's crazy.
The way Dalton Connect was playing, I was really enjoyed his 3-pointer shot. His 3-pointers. Beside that, but he needs to work on his technique, his work.
I got you. Yeah. It's just a crazy trade that's going on right now.
It is a crazy. I'm just hearing it on YouTube from different Lakers channels.
Yeah, I see. I appreciate you for stopping by here. We always trying to get some insight from other people. I see you repping. You flaming your Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, this is my old Lakers shirt.
Yeah,
so I'm getting my new Luka's jersey coming in pretty soon.
Yeah, shout out Luka Doncic, man. It's sickening, But what do you think about the NBA? Y'all was the only team to bid for Luka. Don't you think this could be, possibly, the NBA swooping in, but I don't know what just. I got to figure out what the Lakers did here. I'm gonna get some more information, but
If you
what do you?
can, let me know, please.
Yeah, do you think it was some funny business going on with the Luka trade? Do you think people knew? Because it was reports that nobody knew nothing. Do you think that people knew?
It was a big shock to all of us. So it was a big shock.
Right.
But
Good
it is
call.
what it is. So it
Yeah,
is what it is.
yeah, it's over. Yeah, so Purple. What's your thoughts on Mark Williams, man? This is just sickening.
I don't have any thoughts. I'm just trying to figure out how he felt this physical. Was this
Yeah,
something that Charlotte didn't disclose to
That was
them?
probably it. Yeah, that was probably it.
Like, I just don't understand because he was playing prior to this trade.
yeah. Stacy was good.
Yeah, man, I wasn't gonna step in today. I just stepped in because it's just too hot. It's too hot to not talk about.
I'm
You
telling
know
you,
what I'm saying? I'm watching.
this is ridiculous, man. I mean,
Oh,
what this? The Lakers just dodged a potential Andrew Bynum situation.
and
What's your thoughts on that?
that's exactly what it is. They didn't want another Andrew Bynum situation. They didn't want that. Mark is a marvel. Like he's an appealing person, the prototype of what it is. Like especially getting him because with the rise of Wemby and everything, everybody trying to stop Wemby and everybody trying to stop Edie and everything. So you need to have a big man like Mark, what he's supposed to become. You need to have him in the West. It was almost like he a better fit for the Lakers than he was going to be for the system that Hornets run. But I'm happy. I never wanted to lose him. I never wanted to lose him. I wasn't feeling it, but then when it went through, it's like okay, they got a plan. And then when they get that first round pick, notice that the Hornets got a first round pick in every trade, and every trade they did, they got a first round pick. So that's one thing I'm gonna hate that we're gonna lose that first rounder. But when it come down to it, when you think about it all, bruh, like they got nurtures. So if Mark can't go, nurtures can go. You know what I mean? And it don't hurt that we got nurtures.
Yeah, that's what
That
I
he's
think.
on
You
the.
think they're gonna sit him? You think they're gonna sit Mark?
I think you play him. I think you play him. He's able to play. He's able to play, but you don't put him out there more than 25. Let him heal. Let him heal. Send him some games. Like that's meaningless games going on. Like like Hornets are not gonna make the playoffs this year. Even if they make the play in, they still can get a high draft pick. You still can do that. So it ain't no big issue with the Hornets. It don't hurt the Hornets for trading him. It don't hurt the Hornets for keeping him because he's still on the rookie contract. And if they were gonna fleece the Lakers, okay, cool. I didn't want to deal with it anyway. It don't hurt me at all. I hate to say that for all Lakers fans, but it don't hurt me at all. It's a win-win for the Hornets. Because if he don't get hurt ever again, if he do heal, the Hornets win in that. If he does get hurt and never plays like that again and never be the person that he's supposed to be, you still got Nurture and you still got Musa. It don't hurt the Hornets. That's all I had to say. But the
Nah,
Lakers, I feel bad for them. They put themselves in this situation. When they traded Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic, and they ain't have an overall plan, they ain't have their backup plan, and they waited to the last day to get this done. They should have traded for Mark.
you said they should have traded Mark Williams. Did he just cut out?
Now you got to deal with them guys in the West that's killing people, like what I'm saying, like Edie. Chet came back yesterday, if I'm mistaken. Did Chet come back yesterday?
I'm not
Yeah.
100% sure if Chet played.
I think Chet came back, bro. I think Chet back right now, bro. And then even if the Chet don't, like, even if with those Western teams, when you get to, let's say you make it to the finals, let's say you make it to the final, you still got to deal with Boston, with Porzingis, Jaylen Brown, Horford and all that. The Lakers really screwed themselves. Well, they're not winning the championship this year. It's not happening. They should have took care of the center thing first, then moved Anthony Davis if they wanted to do it. They should have listened to Anthony Davis and kept him and got another center. They should have did that. No, they want to fleece the league. They got fleeced back. That's what happened to them. I don't feel sorry for them. That's on them.
What do the Lakers go from here? Because they're back in ground zero. They don't have a big man, so they rolling
That's
out
their
Jackson
fault.
Hayes.
That's Rob. That's Palinka's fault. That's on him. That's on them. This is where they go from here. They fan base need to go crazy on them. They need to boycott games. They need to cuss them out for half the stuff they've been doing for the last year. They traded away Anthony Davis, a defender. They couldn't play defense anyway without him and Vanderbilt. And then they also drafted Bronny James. All the stuff the Lakers did, they don't deserve a championship this year. The fan base need to go crazy on them. That's what need to happen. That's where they go from here. They did this to themselves. Cause ain't no big 7-footer walking around that's on the street right now. Probably the kid, that one guy that was who was playing for the Mavericks early year, the dude that's 7'5", he was playing for the Mavericks in the preseason. He come from Ole Miss. I can't remember his name right now, but maybe they can go after him. But he's not a starting center in the NBA. That's on them. They did this to themselves.
Yeah,
I don't even think we really wanted to let. I don't really think we wanted to let Mark Williams go. It was just an offer that the Hornets feel like they couldn't refuse. They took it.
Well, nobody knew Mark Williams more than the Hornets. They had to know he was damaged goods.
They still got nurtured. You see what I'm saying? Even if he damaged goods, they still got nurtured. They still got to move. It's not like the Hornets trying to win it right now. The Hornets could draft a center in the draft and have 4 centers, and they'll be straight. That's what Orlando got. Orlando got 4 centers. They got Mo Wagner, they got Goko Batase, they got Wendell Carter, and they also got Jonathan Isaac.
That's a good
Ain't nothing wrong
rotation.
with having 4 centers. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. You got a 15-man rotation. Ain't nothing wrong with having 4 centers.
No,
Ain't
not
nothing
at
wrong
all.
with it.
Right. Don't you think this could be some payback? Maybe some bad karma because the Lakers didn't play. Everybody talking about they ain't know nothing and nobody knew this, nobody knew that with Luka, and now look.
I, I I do feel like that's karma. I really do feel like it's karma. I really do. People tired of that junk. All these games getting played with NBA, and it's like the NBA is starting to look like the Hunger Games. I don't know if you ever seen that movie Hunger Games, where
Yeah, we did.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's starting to look like that. Like when you can have people, the sponsors throw in stuff and help this person live or whatever because they like them more. That's what the NBA is starting to look like. And I mean, it was looking like that for the last 15 years, and that's on them. Yeah, it's karma. It's karma because they
How?
really was trying. They really was trying to help out the Golden State Warriors really bad. They were trying to
Mhm.
get him Kevin Durant. They were trying to give him LeBron. They were trying to give him Zion. And knowing that Zion don't fit what's going on over there, that don't even make any sense. Like that's what they want to do. They want to keep those guys up. They don't never want to talk about these small market teams like the Thunder. They don't want to never talk about the small market teams like the Hornets, like the Pelicans. They don't never want to do none of that to help those guys out, like Toronto Raptors or whatever. A couple years ago when Toronto Raptors won the finals, they hated that. They hated that. So yeah, NBA getting what they deserve. Lakers, I told y'all about a month ago. Dex, I told Dex this about a month ago. The Lakers really don't have nothing to move around to get. They're gonna have to give up Anthony Davis or LeBron to get something. They can't be fleecing people like that. You know what I mean? I told them that, and the Clippers couldn't move around and do what they wanted to do. I told people that they had locked themselves up to the point. Now Ben Simmons. The craziest thing is Ben Simmons signed with the Clippers today, and if they would have known this, they could have got Ben Simmons to go to they could have got him to go to the Lakers to be a center, a passing center and stuff like that. Ben Simmons never had a problem on defense. He just don't shoot. You know. Now they stuck. That's on them. That's on them. That's all I got to say about it.
Yeah, man, this is just a crazy situation that's going on right now with the Charlotte Hornets. There's a lot of decisions that got to be made now because they're getting Mark Williams back, who has just been damaged goods for them. This has just been a crazy, wild turn of events. it looked like they was getting a good deal in return. I like Dalton Connect coming back. But Mark Williams, his injury issues. Now you had the Lakers who didn't want no parts of it. Now the Charlotte Hornets, they gotta have to deal with all of it. So it's upsetting, to say the least. Um, but they got LeBron, they got Luca, LaMelo, um, LaMelo Ball. This guy's the truth and a half. We seen what LaMelo Ball was just doing. Last game we seen what Miles Bridges was doing. Now these guys gotta be able to step it up, elevate their games, and just bring that intensity that we all know that they can bring. So next season is really it for I think for both of them. I don't think the Lakers are gonna win a championship this year. They're gonna need a lot of luck. I think if they had Mark Williams, it gave them a better shot. But I think next year the Hornets got to figure it out, make some moves. They got these picks. Do what you're gonna do. Let's see what happens in the draft. Um, the Lakers next year retool around Luka Doncic and try to set. It seems like they're doing both. You keep talking about. You hear the reports. Oh, we just building around Luka now. Is Luka? They doing both. They building around Luka. Obviously, that's the future. After LeBron retired, they got that solidified now. That's what they've done, with this AD move. But they also reach. I think the Mark Williams move also helped LeBron too. These are win now moves. So I'm very impressed. That the Charlotte Hornets was about to fleece the Los Angeles Lakers, but obviously it couldn't come to pass. But everything will work itself out. Teams got to make decisions now, and the Hornets they gotta figure out what are they going to do with Mark Williams after failing to move him. Unstoppable says leave it up to Chicago to choke the lead. Yeah, that's crazy, man. The Hornet, the I'm watching it right now. Is 94-93. Jimmy Butler on his first play caught an alley oop. So this is the kind of play. So when I sit and watch all these new teams with their new players, Ingram, out there about to play in Toronto and stuff, it's like, damn, I wanted to see Dalton connect with LaMelo and everybody. But too bad that couldn't happen. Mark Williams, man, the injuries. What you think about that, Laker Nation?
We're stuck, man.
How?
Like what you said, he was not in shape, I guess. This Mark, what's his name?
A lot of people from the Lakers, a lot of just people don't know who Mark Williams is. I don't know if people noticed that. Did you know
Like you
about
said,
Mark
Andrew
Williams?
Bynum and Mark.
Yeah, it could have been an Andrew Bynum Mark. It could have the Mark Williams situation could have been a Bynum thing. It could have been a complete mess. To say the least. Shout out Rain Valor. He said Mo Bamba or nothing. No, it's gonna be Jackson Hayes or nothing. Thunder says Mark Williams has to come back to the Hornets knowing they wanted to ship him. That's the true factor. I think Dalton Connect, he's gonna be good, in my opinion. But this is just crazy. I can't believe what is just transpiring. I wanted to see Dalton connect with Miller, and especially the way you seen Melo finding everybody for the three ball. Dalton Connect was gonna fit perfect in that system. But they stuck with Mark. Let's see what Mark Williams could bring to the table. Coming back to Charlotte, what they even want him to bring to the table. They might not want him to do nothing. These things could really play.
They're gonna do the same thing in Charlotte if he's not in shape.
Well, Charlotte and LA, they're on two different things.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It could be. Charlotte got to figure out what they're gonna do with Mark Williams. I think they're gonna trade him.
Yeah.
But it's
But
not
where are they
happening.
going to trade him to? That's the thing because he's not in shape. He failed his
It's
the
physical.
physical. What do you call it?
Yeah, yeah. So they just gotta. I mean, they're gonna have to possibly attach a first round pick to Mark Williams if they're gonna move him. They got some good young players. They got a lot of guards, so it's options there to move Mark Williams. So it's not all doom and gloom. Um, so like I said, Charlotte, they got to figure out what they want to do. Are they competing? Are they what's the plan? Because then we'll have a better insight on the situation. Big Al says no first rounders unless it's 2036. That's some funny shit. Yeah, but Mark Williams, man, this is sickening.
I mean, all the teams will not be. They're not going to accept him because he failed his physical. So where is he going to go?
Um, I'm trying to figure out what was it because they saying it was a lot more. Lakers center Mark Williams trade got rescinded due to report failed physical. He failed his physical, y'all.
Might as well not play then.
Yeah.
Send his butt back home.
Oh, let me see something. This shit is crazy. What's going on? Hold on.
Malika, sources tell me that the Lakers have failed Mark Williams on his physical exam. I'm told they found multiple issues in that exam, and it's about the extent of the injury of what they got and what they found in that exam.
Yeah, they basically it was a lot. It was a lot going on. The Lakers failed him. So it was multiple issues.
So it's basically like an NFL player not passing his physical. Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. They found more issues.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm listening to the reports now. This is crazy. So the Lakers are messed up. They don't got they got Jackson Hayes, Christian Galopo, Christian Wood. Who the hell are these people? Yeah, the Lakers don't have a good center rotation. No. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm looking at the Mark Williams, man. He's damaged goods. That's basically what was reported from Shams. It was more than the back, y'all.
Yeah, might as well not play.
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's just a sickening situation. You know what has happened with the Lakers. Big Al says, why does the physical limitations apply to Mark Williams but not Luka? Well, I believe that it was reports with Mark Williams that it was only the back, but come to find out it was way more than just the back. So that's what I'm hearing. It wasn't just the back. It was the foot. It could have been everything. Multiple.
Man, this Mark person is just a nightmare.
Yeah. It's just sad. It's over with.
It's a nightmare.
There's nothing that nobody gonna be able to do about this. But I think the Lakers, they made out right. They're getting Dalton Connect back. It was better than what you was gonna get with Mark Williams. They probably figured they'll be all right with what they have.
Yeah, Zion is a good one.
Yeah, Jimmy. Jimmy cooking. No, it's crazy. Jimmy out here cooking right now for the Golden State Warriors in his first game. Terry in the cut says Lakers want that first round pick, right? That meant, listen, the Lakers, they want all that back. If they, I think they would have been cool. They would have been cool if basically, I think they would have been all right with them if it was just the back. But when they came to find out that it was all this other shit, it's just wild. Um, Rob, Rob Park says it was a horrible trade anyway. The Lakers gave up all that for Mark Williams. Yeah, it was a lot. So I mean, you got to think. You gave up all of that shit for a guy who was coming back hurt, who possibly wasn't gonna be ever ready. So these things have to. You got to think about that. So it's just wild. Yeah, it just don't make sense out there. Jake Simpson says, "I wanted Dalton Connect." He pissed. Or you're gonna be real mad after you found out he failed his physical, and the Hornets got to get that back. That's just horrifying. The Hornets finally was catching breaks. That was a major pickup for the Charlotte Hornets. If Charlotte could have made out getting from under Mark Williams, getting Dalton Connect, Cam Reddish, and a first round pick, that's just ridiculous. All for Mark Williams, and this guy started the season hurt. He got more issues than he letting on. It's like they finally made out right and just got screwed up. Hornets lied to the Lakers, told them Mark Williams was fit. He's tough as a horse and crap. Well, they played him so much to up his trade value. We all know that. Jimmy going off right now for Golden State. Jimmy got 22 points. So they're gonna be a good team out there in Golden State. We all know that. The Hornets, they got decisions to make. I just got to continue to say that. People got to roll up their sleeve. The organization has to come to work now. They got to figure out what's the plan. Lakers Nation in the house says, "Bring me up." shout out all y'all in the chat. Salute to everybody in the building. I see all y'all politicking in here. It's just wild what's taking place right now for the Charlotte Hornets. They just really got to make some decisions, man. I'm really upset. I'm just mad. They can't never catch a break. They finally was getting some good young players. Now it's like I said, TJ is all right. He's a rookie. He's a young player. But I think Dalton connect with TJ and with Mel out there. I think you start to get some. Nick Smith is starting to come along. Your picks were starting to hit. And I think you never know. I think the mix of all of them. We get so caught up with guys individually. But they were building a big young core out there of just an influx of different young players. Stuart Fisher says, "What about Steven Adams and Robert Williams, the third two Lakers and the three-team deal? Trailblazers, Lakers, and Rockets." It's sad. They'll play Mark Williams to keep his value solid so they can move him in the offseason. They definitely got to move him in the offseason. I think Dalton Connect might get moved too. They clearly they got him as trade bait. They let him go early. So the Lakers have announced that the Dalton Connect and Mark Williams trade has been canceled. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, y'all. Everybody's reporting this news. This is horrifying if you are a fan of both teams. Mark Williams failed his physical due to multiple issues not related to his back. This is a shocking turn of events for both teams. Both locker rooms are going to be in a tough situation. I wonder what locker room is going to feel the most awkward. If I could put a thought on it, I think it's going to be the Charlotte Hornets. But my man Van Diver said, they have Yusef Nurkic. I think Yusef Nurkic is going to be able to do very well for them, in my humble opinion. Look out for Nurk. Big Nurkic should play well for them. But I want to hear more and more of what it was. But Cody Martin, he passed his physical. Like I said, I think Mark Williams, man, he really is in a tough spot, man. He's an injured big man. He's damaged goods for real. The Lakers was not taking that on. That's crazy. The Lakers said, nah, the Lakers failed Mark Williams. He finally got to the facility, and they probably took a look at him and said, oh, hell no. They probably talked to LeBron. They said, oh, he ain't going to be able to play. He ain't going to be able to do this. He was going to always be in and out the damn lineup, yo. I'm telling you. And you was going to have Dalton Connect out here in Charlotte just going off. Just going off out here. They didn't need all that. You got Luka already dealing with a calf. LeBron, you don't know whenever he might want to start taking load management. So you don't need Mark Williams. That's a 3 rotation, and guys, you don't know if they're ever going to play. So you don't. Everybody can't do that. Hornets are playing the Pistons tomorrow afternoon. Yeah, I want to see if Mark Williams is going to be back out there on the bench. Going for the Charlotte Hornets. And Charlotte is in a tough spot. They got to get a good pick. If you Charlotte, I hope the NBA really help them. They wouldn't give them goddamn the All-Star game. Can they at least get the damn number 1 pick or the 2nd pick? They got to get Cooper Flag or Bailey. They have to. In my opinion, they just have to. You got to get a good pick if you Charlotte. I think that's bigger than the Mark Williams dynamic. Oh, man, Jimmy Butler having himself a game. Jimmy balling. That's messed up. You won't see Mark Williams playing for the Lakers. No lobs, no pick and rolls, nothing. Jimmy was cooking. Listen, make sure you subscribe to Flight Sports because we're going to be bringing nonstop news updates. If you are just as shocked as I am, hit the subscribe button because Mark Williams, the trade has been completely rescinded. It's over. Breaking news in the NBA, y'all. What is going to be the dynamics now in play for both teams? What are the decisions that have to be made for both teams? That's key. I cannot believe Mark Williams is out. That's major. I'm just looking at more and more reports. I want to see what were the other issues. Obviously, they said that it was more issues unrelated to his back, but how much more issues? The Lakers anticipate both Dalton Connect and Cam Reddish to report back to the team now that the trade is rescinded. Reddish, it should be noted, missed time away from the Lakers leading up to the trade because of personal issues. So this was being reported. That's crazy. Everybody got to report back. They sent Mark Williams ass back. They said, "Oh hell nah." They tried to shit on him. Mark Williams, a failed physical. I'm just stuck right here. This is crazy. The Lakers have Jackson Hayes on their roster and Christian Coloco, Trey Jemison, and on two-way deals. Two-way players are not eligible for the postseason, and Connect and Reddish headed back. The Lakers roster is again full at 15. So this is I'm just looking more and more into how this is going. This also opens another roster spot on the Hornets. They could add a 15 should they want. But man, that trade got voided. He failed his physical, y'all. Mark Williams just messed up everything. Damn. This is crazy. The Lakers have announced that the trade has been rescinded due to a failure to satisfy a condition of the trade. So the conditions probably it was a lot more. He was hurt, man. They bringing back Dalton Connect. Like a Luca and Dalton Connect fit good together now. He could shoot the three, in my opinion. You know, he could hit the three. And Luca and them guys, they're gonna need guys who can shoot. You gotta put shooters around Luca Doncic, and why not Dalton Connect? Jackson Hayes could dunk. I mean, he played well. When I was seeing Jackson Hayes, he looked all right. So roll him out there. That's the only guy you got, and everything else will work itself out. But the Lakers failed Mark Williams, so they came out and shut it down. The Lakers didn't want any more parts of this move. So something went on in that physical. Like I said, Mark Williams was a lot more hurt than we let on. There was a lot more other issues. That's really what happened. I'm looking into more and more stuff. I'm just stuck here. Mark Williams failed the physical, undoing one of the bigger trades at the deadline. It definitely was a big move because it added to the Luka move. It was like, okay, damn, they're really building now. They seen that what he had out there in Dallas. You had Gafford, you had Lively. So in their mind, they just trying to get this man a center who could play. And now look, I'm stuck here, man. I can't believe that Mark Williams just fucked up this whole entire trade. I can't believe this. I could not believe Mark Williams just screwed this up. This is bad. Bad business. Complete bad business. What's going on? I'm just looking at everything that's happening. Everybody's reporting this. I'm looking at everybody's reports. I know people probably I know they want to see Luka just play. Now, I bet you Laker fans like, can Luka play? They don't want nothing to happen with this trade. Yo, Dalton Connect was gonna do something out there in Charlotte now. That's crazy. Yo, if Dalton Connect could have stayed in Charlotte, he was gonna be a big player. Yeah, he ain't got no good effort either. Mark Williams don't play well all the time. They stuck with him. They might as well just rock with him now. It don't make no sense to move off from Mark Williams. Rob Ryan says Mitch screwed this trade, not Mark. Nah, Mitch ain't even. I guess this is just a crazy situation that's going on with Mark Williams. But the Lakers failed him. The Lakers didn't want any parts of Mark Williams. They didn't want to deal with him anymore. They were the guys that said no. So anybody that's interested, Steph Curry out here. Yeah, the Warriors, they look like they're gonna be a tough team to beat with Jimmy and all these guys. Yeah, man, this is just a crazy game. Thunder says they were playing Mark Williams hurt. Well, Mark Williams, they got to do what they had to do to up his trade value. You don't think in the back of their mind they always plan to trade him? So it's probably a method to the madness. I think when he came into camp, not right. I think the writing was on the wall. You don't know what's his status with the team. Clearly, they was ready to move him. They'll be all right, though. The Hornets, they just got to figure out what they're going to do. Are they competing? What's the plan? And stick to the fucking plan. That's what the Hornets need the most, a plan. But the Lakers, y'all, they're going to be all right. They got LeBron James and they got Luka Doncic. We got leadership. I think when you got players like that, Jackson Hayes should be suitable until the offseason. They probably going to get something a lot better than Mark Williams, especially for what they was willing to give up. I think now when you engage with any big man, you're going to be discussing a first-round pick. I know Miami ain't going to do nothing with them, because it'd be nice if they could get Bam. But we're going to find out what they could do in terms of getting a center. I just do Bam out there, just throw him out there. But that would be like an ideal fit for the Los Angeles Lakers if they could get Bam out of bio. I like that move. But they're gonna end up getting somebody a lot better than Mark Williams. I could guarantee that. Mark Williams, it'll be a memory for whoever the next guy they get. They use the assets on, because the Lakers, they got assets. Though they're gonna be just fine. LeBron and Luka is gonna lead them to where they need to get to. But next year is the year for both teams. I repeat, and that go for both. And Lakers too. Lakers ain't winning no championship this year. So I think everybody know that, including with Luka. They'll have a puncher's chance in every game and every series, because you got Luka Doncic. Luka, he's a nemesis for all of them. The Oklahoma City Thunder. Because let me tell you something right now. Even without Mark Williams, if the Lakers face the Thunder, I got the Lakers winning. The critics, the media, they'll have the Thunder winning. But I just know basketball. I just think that the veteran nature, and I know Luka, we get caught up with Dallas. Oh, Dallas is an arch nemesis for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Who the hell was the starting point guard? So we know everybody was cooking Oklahoma City when Dallas would play them. But what I will say is Luka Doncic could do the same things to Oklahoma City with the Lakers. He could cause the same problems with a different personnel, and he got LeBron with him. And LeBron, he's gonna defer to Luka Doncic. That's a fact. Jake Simpson says he was out all the time and still came back hurt, tough. Yeah, man. Mark Williams is a messed up situation right now because he's coming back to Charlotte. They didn't want you. He got to get his body right. He got to get healthy. If he can get himself healthy, he'll be all right. But the Hornets, I know they mad. The Lakers dodged a bullet. They said no. Like I said, so the NBA didn't do anything. It was the Lakers who elected to stop this trade, to rescind it. They didn't want to deal with what they was about to be saddled with. They was about to really be in a messed up situation. Just nursing him. The medical staff was about to be working overtime. It says you couldn't beat the OKC with a. Yeah, that's just crazy. We'll find out. Like I said, I got Dallas over Oklahoma City. OKC good. I got to see it. They got to win. For people to believe them. They're a young team. A lot of teams they're gonna face got veteran players. So we just got to see how it's gonna work out. But it's good either way. The Hornets, they're gonna get it together through hella high water. They got a lot of picks. They gotta figure out what they're gonna do with that. Can they make a trade? They got to see what they're gonna do in this draft. I think if they get the first pick or something, then they may change it. But if you slip up and get the 6th, 7th pick, I'd really consider trading it. I really would to try to get a player. I would really try to get a player in here it's time to compete. You got LaMelo here. LaMelo hasn't made the playoffs. They knocking on the door of the play-in. His first 2 years now is like he seems so far from that. It's almost like you forgot that the Hornets was on an upward trajectory. It's like they never could get back to all of that. I think they need to get James Borrego back in here. If shit don't work out, just get Borrego back. Get him on the staff. Get him doing something with the goddamn. Coach has been fired and rehired. Borrego was the only coach who got them competitive. So that's why I think they really need to. They should really think about that. I would get Borrego back in here to get them back to competitive nature. All of these coaches coming in, they look lost. They trying to figure shit out. Borrego had them competing. So I don't care about the things that he may have been doing. It's like they so far away from contention. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. And it's just we get so caught up with just LaMelo, maybe Miller to a certain extent, but everybody else is just horrendous. So what can the Hornets do now? Well, you ain't gonna be able to move them. You may move them in a different situation. Some teams may not mind, but you wasn't gonna get all of that. This was a fleecement. that was done. They was getting a first round pick, Dalton Connect. That was a lot. And Dalton Connect in the first round pick for a guy that may not even be around long. I think that caused ripples. This is sickening. I'm stuck right now of how something like this could transpire. How Dalton Connect could end up in a different location, and now look, he's back. This is bad. Thunder says Jackson Hayes' barbecue chicken against Wemby, Sagan, Sabonis, Chet, Eddie. Well, you might have a point there. This is not a year for the Lakers to compete anyway. They're not gonna compete this season. Next season, I think it'll be more competitive. This year, I think it's more of a wash, in my humble opinion. But we'll see. We got to see how Luka fits with these guys. We got to see. Only time will tell. Shout out to everybody that pulled up on this breaking news report. You already know we got a lot of news coming to you involving the Charlotte Hornets, involving the Lakers, involving all 30 teams. So you want to stay up to date with all news, updates, and more. Because, like I said, it's big business, what's transpiring. Mark Williams and these guys, that he set off another shot. I thought the trade deadline was over with. People were done with it. Everybody was getting ready to get to their new locations and play their games and move on. And the Charlotte Hornets just can never move on. They back in this mess with Mark Williams and the Lakers, they just wasn't having it. They swooped in on this one. Shout out to everybody that pulled up tonight for breaking news on Mark Williams. Salute to the whole chat. Make sure you hit the like button. Most definitely hit the subscribe button. Get in the comment section. Let's break this all down. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.